Welcome, it's Denome, and welcome to this market update. And today we have a very interesting video because we did break to the upside from this trend line here. We did break to the upside from the RSI here. And in this video, we're basically expecting Bitcoin to go to, let's say, 90K, around there. And in this video, I will talk about the fundamentals behind Bitcoin as well. And let's see if we are basically fundamentally supported to go for the price to go up here. And before that, let's just first briefly talk about the chart here, because this is quite interesting. So what I'm expecting in the short term is, in my previous videos, I was talking about maybe Bitcoin goes here. I told you 56K is gonna be the bottom, and we were dead on right on that. But what I was expecting was Bitcoin to, let's say, think about a little bit before going to the upside here, but Bitcoin was much more bullish than I was expecting. So Bitcoin actually just broke to the upside here. We broke to the RSI to the upside here as well. So now Bitcoin is looking quite bullish. So if you can get Bitcoin at 63K, I think that's gonna be the perfect price. Maybe we go back to 59K here and the structure still hasn't changed, so maybe you can get it a little bit cheaper. But all in all, I think this is going to be the price bottom here. So getting Bitcoin at these prices is absolutely great. And what I'm now expecting is, I'm still expecting the same chart to basically play out, just in a longer time frame. So what I mean is, we went here with the price. Now I'm expecting basically some sideways move, maybe some scary move like this. Then we go retest the top of this channel here, and then we go retouch the base here, and then we go to the upside. And basically the same chart I showed before. That's just my expectation that what will happen. Obviously, it doesn't mean it will happen. Maybe Bitcoin is just going to be much more bullish than I was expecting, and maybe we just go up from here. But this is my expectation as of now. So we can basically take out these lines here, because these have been invalidated so far. Even if we go back to this let's say previous structure here, I wouldn't be bearish as long as this trend line here holds. So all in all, I'm quite bullish as of now, because of all of the indicators. And I'm not the only person who was saying that the 56K was going to be the bottom. You were able to take a look at the stock to flow model, which is a very, very old model. I think they made it in 2016 or 2018. I don't exactly remember. But what this tracks is, these lines are the Bitcoin halvings. So whenever the Bitcoin halves, it means that the inflation rate is cut by 50%, which means that there's going to be less new supply of Bitcoin flowing into the market. So based on that analysis, they made this chart here, which has so far tracked the price of Bitcoin quite well. So this is basically showing the fair price of Bitcoin at any given moment. And in previous bull runs, you can see that after the halving, we went and touched the base of this line here, and then we had the bull run, and that has repeated a couple of times here. And right now you can see that 58K is basically touching the bottom of this line here as well. So all in all, this is supporting us as well here. And it doesn't mean that this is correct, like when they say Bitcoin price should be $450,000 1 year from now. Personally, I'm not that bullish. Obviously, anything can happen, but I'm not that bullish. I'm just saying that at the moment, at least. So let's actually head back over to Santiment. So Santiment is a tool I've been using for a couple of months now. I have the pro version here, and if you want to get access to it, you can get the free version, and you can use my link for it. But I want to show some fundamental statistics from this tool here, because I found some interesting analysis here. So first, obviously, is the supply of Bitcoin on exchange wallets. So when this is going down, it's fundamentally good for Bitcoin. There's less Bitcoin that you are able to buy from exchanges and put it into your private wallets. So this means basically that there's going to be a supply shock of Bitcoin if there's going to be a large buy orders on Bitcoin on exchanges, because the Bitcoin will just run out. So the price has to go up significantly in a very short period of time. And you can see that this has gone on a decline since 2020. And even during this bull run, it has just declined and declined and declined and declined and declined. So this is fundamentally good for Bitcoin. Then we obviously were looking at the funding rates. When this was negative, this kind of signaled a bottom as well for us. Now all of the funding has reset, which is good, again, fundamentally for Bitcoin price moves. One that is a little bit worrying to me is the market cap of stablecoins. So when we take a look at the market cap of stablecoins, you can see that this has now stagnated for, let's see, almost 3 weeks now. So this is not good. We should want to see all through the bull run basically more stablecoins minted on blockchain, people parking their fiat into basically crypto. But we're currently seeing sideways here, so I don't like this one, I have to say that. But then what I do like is when we take a look at the total amount of Bitcoin holders, which is this orange line here. So I was a little bit worried, getting worried here when we saw this going sideways, because the last time this went sideways was at the bottom, at the top of the bull run here in 2020, 2021. And basically this means, or this tracks the amount of Bitcoin holders or wallets that have any amounts of Bitcoin in them. And when this is going up, it means that Bitcoin is gaining adoption and new wallets are being created. New demand is created for Bitcoin as well. So now you can see that this has gone to the upside again. So we were at, let's see, 52.5 million wallets. Now 53.8, almost 56 million wallets. So what has happened is 1.5 million wallets have been created in the last, let's see, last month. Let's actually go and take a look at it. I don't want to play with the timelines here a lot because that kind of, sometimes the internet breaks when I'm making videos, so that can screw up the video. But anyway, let's see here, April 6th, now is May 7th. So what this means is in 1 month, we have had 1.5 million new wallets. So fundamentally, this is absolutely amazing for Bitcoin. So that's very nice there. And then another interesting thing here, and this is a new chart that I placed here, is when we take a look at the velocity of Bitcoin. So this is one thing I placed on this chart, basically just tracking how much Bitcoin is being traded between wallets at any given moment. So this is kind of giving me a bottom signal whenever I see this spiking. Unfortunately, we did not see any significant velocity here on this bottom here. So what I'm currently getting is that this is a holders market. The holders basically do not want to sell a lot. We are not seeing massive amounts of Bitcoin being traded yet. And when we take a look at this chart here, you can basically see that the red line is at the lowest number it has ever been on the time of this chart. So right here, we're looking at the number of velocity being 2.09. Let's take a look at if we can find any number in its history when Bitcoin velocity has been this low. So we basically have to go all the way back to, let's see, 2013 or 2014. This was the last time velocity 2.4. Okay, even that is not as low as 2.9. So what about here? 2.2. So even this was low. So we have to go to 2011, I think. Yeah, okay, we got 1.55. So we have to go to 2011 to see less velocity than we are seeing today. So this is definitely a holders market at the moment. Holders are just keeping their Bitcoin. They don't want to sell. Also, we're not seeing a lot of buying, but anyway, holders are holding. So fundamentally, I think this is quite good for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Let's make this favorite, and we can hide it for now because the other ones are interesting too. We are looking at dormant circulation 1 year and dormant circulation 3 year. So what this means is wallets that have held Bitcoin for more than 1 year and haven't had any activity on that wallet. Basically holder wallet, more than 1 year, and then we have wallets that have held Bitcoin for more than 3 years, haven't made any transactions, and now they became active again. So we saw this peak here. We saw both 1 year wallets or 3-year and older wallets becoming very active here. So that kind of signaled that that was a local top. So this is a very interesting indicator going further, because this gives me, let's say, very good information whenever I may see a top. You see this massive spike here, but this was actually a bottom here, which was quite interesting. But anyway, this also signals the tops here. And in 2020, you saw a peak here, you saw a peak here, you saw a peak here on the 3-year older wallets. And these weren't quite, let's say, at the very, very peak. But at least what we can see now is that the selling has basically stopped. So now we're looking at very low numbers on both the yellow and the blue line here. And in 2020, you saw that the older wallets than 3 years, this didn't do anything. They were just holding and holding and holding and holding. They didn't do anything. And that's basically what caused the price to increase so much here. So now we saw quite a lot of selling here actually from these old wallets, but now the selling has stopped. So maybe we see more selling if price keeps going downwards. But what I'm basically now expecting is I'm expecting a lot of price increase, because holders have actually been buying here, not selling at this moment here. That's what I'm seeing, and we can basically track it from this chart here, which this one here. So this is the same chart where I showed the total amount of Bitcoin holders, but we can track also is the amount of Bitcoin held in wallets that have 10 to 100 coins, 100 to 1000 coins, and 1000 to 10,000 coins. So when we actually zoom in, let's zoom in so it's a little bit more easier to see. You see that the whale started to sell here at the very peak of 2021 February, and then it went down here. Then also we saw the yellow line drop all the way here, basically showing that these mini whales were selling here as well. That kind of signaled the top or projected that the top was going to be soon on us. So now what we saw here is the yellow line has gone down, but now the yellow line has stopped. So when this started to go down, that signaled that the top is going to be soon here, and that was the top. Now we're seeing it go sideways. The pink line, which shows wallets which have 1000 to 10,000 coins, this has secretly gone up on this time. So I don't know what to make of it, except that these, let's say, mega whales, or maybe these are some institutions, I don't know, they have been accumulating Bitcoin, those kind of wallets. And then we saw here the 100 to 1000 coin holders have actually sold. And these are basically all of the holders that bought maybe during this time here. So they sold on this peak, but now we're again at the bottom of this line here. So I'm expecting this selling to actually have stopped. So I don't know. I think people are expecting higher prices. That's basically what I see. More wallets. The technical indicators are pointing upwards. We see the velocity going down, so the holders basically don't want to sell in masses. Where did I have it? Here. So let's put it back to show it. The velocity is very low here at the moment. The selling from these old wallets has basically stopped as of now. So all in all, in my opinion, Bitcoin looks very, very good going further. So that's it for this analysis, for this video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.